So I've almost got this thing together. Almost being the operative word. And I figured out really the only way to do it is with a bunch of clamps. And I'm doing it upside down. So this is where the bottom of the barrel is going to be. And that's the middle of the barrel on the bottom. Now I've seen people do this with, I watched like a master cooper, like take down a barrel and then pick up the staves and put them back together like it was like the easiest thing in the world. I tried that, not the easiest thing in the world, not even remotely close. And I don't know if it has to do with like the fact that these half barrels are like at a bit of a lower level, so they don't want to stand up as easy. Like a whole barrel, the staves kind of do this, and a half barrel, they kind of edge off in the bottom. So as soon as you like try to mess with them a little bit, they end up falling in towards the center, and it's like, well, it's very, very, very frustrating, to say the least. So what I've kind of come to do is, after I got them put back together somewhat, what I did, or what I'm kind of doing now, is I'm going to start putting them in and tightening them as I go. So that's what I'm kind of doing here, is I'm going to put this one tight against the other one, and then I'm going to keep going through each of the pieces, tightening them as much as I can into the center. You see how it's like not quite able to close yet? But each piece that I take out and I put back on, it gets tighter, it gets a little bit easier to close. And I'm sure that there's a better way to do this. And I mean, if somebody would teach me how to do it, I would be enormously grateful, but that's not in the cards for me. See what I mean by these guys falling in? So you have to keep pressure on these guys going this way and on this one going this way, kind of at all times, so the whole thing's gonna collapse. Okay, so that was anything but easy for someone who's never done it before. That was like the most patience building thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, so what I've had to do, I couldn't get the last stave in with the small ring on the bottom. It was too tight. I even thought about leaving one stave out so that it would get a little bit more straight, which is what I would ultimately want for a miso barrel. But if I did that, then there's no way I'd be able to get the base in. So then I would have to cut the base and then try to finagle that, and I really didn't want to do that. So what I did was I took off the base, like the bottom ring, and then I used the middle ring as this bottom one, makeshiftly, so that I could squeeze, basically squeeze them out further, because the middle ring's wider, so I'd have a little bit more wiggle room to get that last stave in, and I just knocked it in with a hammer. So now what I have to do is take these clamps off, slide the middle ring down, hopefully, kind of. And if I slide that middle ring down, this should hold. And then I'll be able to get the bottom ring on. Or sorry, and then I'll be able to get the bottom of the barrel on. And then I can put the bottom of the ring back on. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So step 2. There is some sort of success there. All right, back up, Duncan.
Okay, let's back up, Ben. Give Papa some space.
So I took off all the rings except for the bottom one, and now what I got to do is see if I can drive this into... Oh, wait a minute. What does this have to be? This has to be...
What's the inside? That's the
It's the grain with where the spout is. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
It can't be grain against the spout. That's not the way it was made. Because it gives more support. I remember that part, at least, reading that. So we'll match this up with the spout.
Oh, that's all bent better already.
It looks better, right? Yeah. Okay, now that it's in this way.
Yeah, look at these long ones, eh?
There we go.
What would you like to do, man? Why don't you walk over there with it going in the grass? Okay, then you don't have any risk of hitting anybody.
If I can hit the bottom of these staves to knock them out, or to knock them this way a bit.
Yeah.
Is that gonna? Yep.
See what you're doing?
That sounds kind of cool, huh? Joseph most just.
Leave that there, sweetie. Don't
Oh. Well, that seemed like what it is that I had to do.
Oh, wonderful.
Maybe too much. Oh, no, not too much. All right, everybody, don't breathe. Don't breathe.
Do you need a ring?
I need, Holy bananas, Ben. I actually think this is going to work.
Look, well, your papa rebuilt the barrel bed. It was all in pieces.
Benedict, you are welcome, my sweet, sweet son.
Look at that. Okay, so now you can have it like
Yeah.
that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So now that I've,
Just the tool.
yeah, this thing, yeah. Yeah, this one looks like it's got a finer tip on it. I mean, I feel kind of, I can't believe this actually worked. That
But
took,
you could have given up
yeah.
many times.
So, God bless Coopers. And God bless Carpenters. God bless St. Joseph. Not that he needs it. Thank you. That's not going to be as effective this way. I guess I can use this. No, I guess I can use it like this.
Straight hammer.
Yeah, but I believe you have to make sure that you're going to hit it square.
And I was just looking at it thinking, I can't get that in there. It's too tiny. It's never going in.
Oh, it's going in. Just going to hit.
Kept at it.
You got to hit it straight.
Bang, bang, hey, Caleb.
That's our reassembled barrel. Is it going to come off? Doesn't feel like it. Oh! There it is. Now, we're going to fill it with water and see the whole water. Oh, because barrels need water, sweetie. They desperately, desperately need water. Why? Because the water is when you get wood wet, it gets a little bigger. And as it gets a little bigger, it gets watertight. And that's what we're going to need. We're going to throw some miso in there, Duncan. All right. Success. That is a job poorly done, but done nonetheless. How's it look there, Ben? You're doing a great job filling it with water. Looks like it's holding so far. We'll see what it looks like after a couple hours of swelling. Way to go. Are you going to clean it all off? Thanks, sweetie. I appreciate that very much.